This episode of One Day or Day One podcast is brought to you by Ronin 6. Ronin 6 is an apparel and lifestyle brand forged from the fires of combat with one clear purpose: to live every day with the boldness, confidence, and resilience that success requires. When you wear Ronin 6, you're not only wearing a piece of clothing, but you're wearing the armor of courage and determination that evokes the warrior spirit already living within you. Visit ronin6.com to learn more and take a look at what they have in store. Use my discount code LIZ10 for money off. Once again, that's ronin6.com, RONIN, the number 6.com, and happy shopping. What's up, you guys? It's Liz back again with One Day or Day One podcast. Today, I have my good friend and hair extension queen, Brittany Roby, on, and we are going to chat about all things hair extensions. She has her own company, and her Instagram is @hair_by_Brittany_Monique. We will tag it in the show captions and the show details below, but she does hair extensions, bridal services, events, color, cuts, anything you need. So she's been doing my hair for how long?
I feel like 2 years.
2 years.
And I was coming to your place.
Yeah.
First.
When you first came, I think it was 2021.
Yes.
See, this is what I deal with. Look, again, Bolt is making an appearance. Anyways, I think it was 2021 when you first did my hair and you came to my apartment.
Yes.
And I think I found you
on Instagram.
Was it Instagram?
I think so.
Did you have Facebook, like,
Not for hair.
Okay. It must have been Instagram.
It was Instagram.
So I found her on Instagram.
And I was like, look, don't come to my salon. I'll come to you.
Yeah, because they were charging like something crazy, right? You were
Yeah.
working. So she was working at another salon.
Yeah.
And then, so you came to my house and you did it in my living room.
Yep.
And I think we watched Sex and the City or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fun. I started watching that like after we met.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with it for
so
like
good.
years.
Such a good show.
2 years.
But the thing is, I had tried every type of extensions before that. So the service that you gave me was the hand-tied extensions, right?
I feel like, yes, it's like the same concept. It was like beaded.
Yeah, beaded, hand-tied. And before that, I'd always done like tape-ins. I tried a sew-in one time.
Which I'm surprised that.
Yeah, girl,
like,
it was hard.
Yeah,
like
sew-ins are awful.
Oh my
like
God.
I have one now, but the first week
lot.
is like
It was a lot. It was so painful.
Yeah.
But I'd never really invested in doing the hand-tied because they were so expensive as a comparison.
Yeah.
But then in the long run, it saved me so much money.
Oh, yeah.
Because the hair lasts longer, and like with the move-ups and everything, and with damage. Like when I had tape-ins, my hair got so damaged that after, I mean, I tried to take them out myself, but after I had to do so much stuff to like get my hair back healthy. And like this is like the healthiest, like honestly, type of hair extension.
When I posted that video before and after, like, remember you took your extensions out for a bit and your
God.
hair was so like, we like blew it out. We did jet black.
Yeah.
People were obsessed and they were like,
okay.
They were actually coming in because of that. They were like, my hair is damaged. Please do some extensions for the meantime, and I'll take them out in a few months, and I want my hair to be like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Well, you got to do the steps.
You have to do the work.
Take care of the hair because it's not just you put the extensions, and we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But you got to take care of the extensions.
There's maintenance.
And your normal hair.
Yeah.
You have to take care of because people, oh my God, like go to sleep with it wet and stuff with extensions in. I'm like,
yeah, it's an investment. Like you have to, you
yeah,
have to do what you have to do.
Yeah.
Like
It's hard. It's hard to be a woman out here.
It is. There's so much stuff.
I know.
So many
I was
things.
thinking about that today. I was like, wow, like just to get ready for something, like, you know, you have to do so much. And a guy's like, all right, I'm gonna shower, put on some deodorant,
and use shampoo for face wash.
Yeah, hop out. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But no, I got my man some. Actually, his mom got him some a skincare line.
Okay.
And he's been using it like moisturizer, face wash.
It makes a difference.
Yeah.
But I swear they can do anything to their face and their face is fine. So.
I know. But when he puts the moisturizer on, I'm like, ooh, you're looking clean
Shiny.
today. Extra nice. Okay, so we're gonna also talk about the drink of the day. We have a iced strawberry watermelon matcha.
It's so good.
Yes. And let me just take a sip. It is good, right?
It's so good.
And I was worried because some people don't like matcha, but I took a risk. But in this so I used water and matcha powder and I blended it, and then I put in this Stir sugar-free like water enhancer. It's strawberry watermelon.
Yum.
And it's STUR Stir Drinks on Instagram. And then I added that and I frothed it all together and I added ice. Oh, and I added a little bit of stevia just to make it extra sweet.
Yeah.
But the Stir drink enhancers are good because they're sweetened with stevia rather than artificial sweeteners, and they're better for you, better for your digestion. But yeah, so that's the drink we got today. And let's just go ahead and get into it. I'm going to fix my mic a little. All right, so let's first start with where you're from.
So I'm from Maryland.
Okay.
I was actually born in Germany, moved back here when I was 2. Well, moved here when I was 2. And then pretty much was in Maryland. My whole life.
Your whole life. And you were raised by a single mom?
Single mom.
Okay.
Like my best friend.
Yeah. And how old is
fantastic. She's 50.
Okay. So she was like your young mom.
Yeah. She had my brother. My brother's 2 years older. So I think my brother's 31. So I don't know. Do the math. I think she was like 21 or 22 when she had him. And then 2 years later, she had me. Okay. Which, when I think about that, at my age, I'm 29. She had 2 kids.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, I think about that all the time. My mom had 3 at like 29.
Gosh.
And I'm like,
well, like,
how did you do
anything?
How did you like be okay?
Yeah.
Like, I feel so bad.
Yeah.
Like, I think about that.
You feel bad?
I feel bad because I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I remember fighting, and like, she never got upset, but when she did get upset, it was like, it was the end of the world. And it was probably because she was just like fed up. Like these kids in the back of the minivan, like throwing food at each other, you know?
On top of like normal life stuff, you have these 3 kids. Like when something goes off, you're just like done. Yeah. Yeah. That's so funny.
Now I have so much more appreciation the older I've gotten, you know. I think everybody does, like for your mom, like you just get closer to her as you get older. Like she called me yesterday and we were talking and I was like, wow, I could just talk to you all day, you know? Like it's just so nice.
I just like want to give my mom everything.
Like, I know.
She's the most independent person. Like if you were to talk to her on the phone, you'd think she's like 25, but like she's so funny, so cool. She's hard. She's like a hard ass. I don't know.
We can cuss. We can cuss here.
She was like military. Like she was. I don't want to say she was strict, but she was just like, you better not do that. And me and my brother were like, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I give her. She's like everything that. I get everything good about me from her. Yeah. Like she's the best thing ever.
That's good.
Yeah.
We love that. Yeah. Shout out to the moms out there. Mother's Day is coming up. All right. So you grew up here, I guess technically here. We're in Virginia right now, but Maryland. Yeah. Did you go to college?
I'm in college now. I started college. I was going to go to college at 18, which I was going to go to Old Dominion here in Virginia. And at the last minute, I decided not to do it. But I'm in college now. I started college at 22. I just talked to my advisor like 2 days ago. I have 2 classes left.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm sorry. I'm doing 1 now and then I have 1 left after.
That's amazing.
So
we got to celebrate.
I know. I'll be done in June or July.
Okay.
6 months.
Oh my gosh. We got to have like a dinner or like a party.
It's in marketing.
Okay. Nice.
So I took my sweet time. Yeah. I was from 22 to 29, 7 years to get,
that's fine. You got it done. Yeah. And you were working the whole time in between, right?
Yes. Yeah. Which is why I took my time.
I love it. It's amazing. Okay. So you are in college now. Yeah. So when you were 18, you decided not to go to college. Was that because you were going to get into cosmetology, or what was your plan like at that point?
It was 2 things. I was like, I didn't have any scholarships or anything because it was out of state. Like from Maryland to Virginia, it was going to be way more expensive. I knew I always wanted to be in the beauty industry. But it was expensive. I didn't want to have my mom
have to pay
and
for
then
all
for
that.
Me to know that I was going to be in the beauty industry, I was like, I'm not going. I'm just going to go to cosmetology school, which honestly was the best decision I've ever made.
Were you planning to do hair when you went, or were you like interested in other things as well?
I was if I would have went to college straight after high school, I would have done psychology. I actually still love psychology. Yeah. It's so cool. But I just knew that I was going to go to college for the experience, like to party and like, live alone at 18, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. That's very mature of you to not do that.
I know. Sometimes I wish I'm like, I had that experience, but I always I went to all my, friends' schools. Like I had that experience, honestly. My boyfriend at the time, I'd always go visit him. Like, so in a way, I'm like, I missed out on that kind of independence.
It wasn't that great.
That's what everyone says. And
at the time you think it is, but looking back, it's like,
yeah.
Because now you have other goals and like other things in life that you're trying to do, and you're already like, you literally have your own business.
I know. And if I would have went that route, I would not be where
exactly.
where I'm at.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. So I started working at like 19 at the salon. I actually never left that salon until obviously I left.
Can we say the salon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think. I don't know.
What was
Verona Veda. It's in Annapolis. I loved it. It was like the best.
So you started there. So when I met you and you were there.
Yeah.
You had been there since 19. So 19 to 27.
And I worked my way up. I was like shampoo girl. I was doing the towels. Like it was a big salon.
Oh
so
my
like
gosh.
I was the one assistant who would help everybody. And
oh, no wonder.
It was hard.
When you left, they were probably like, oh my gosh.
No, well, so at night from 19 to 27, I was a senior stylist.
Yeah.
And you know, you like grow, but I started from the bottom.
That's
and like,
amazing. But that's what you got to do.
I know. And sometimes I feel like people get out of like any school and they just want to make it, you know, but I'm like, you have to put in that work.
So was cosmetology school just a year? Like 18 to 19?
Yeah.
And were you doing just hair or like makeup in that school too? Or was it like just hair?
It was the Aveda Institute, and they actually did a little bit of makeup.
Okay.
But I don't know if you know this, but I actually wanted to do like special effects makeup no,
I don't.
When I went to cosmetology school, I was like, oh yeah, I'll do hair for a little bit, but I eventually want to go do special effects like movie scarring makeup, and I was gonna go to this school, Makeup Forever. It's in New York.
No, I have some of their makeup.
I love their stuff.
That's good.
That was the plan, and then I fell in love with doing hair.
Oh,
yeah.
So
they did a little bit of makeup, and then I got way more interested in hair, and I was like, that kind of just like faded away.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So then you started working at Aveda salons.
Aveda salons, which I love. I loved the salon I worked at. That's obviously why I was there for so long. It was hard. You definitely have to start. You know, the girls, they're like. The higher up girls are always like, they don't treat you the best, you know? They're
right, because it's like their turf.
Yeah, it's their turf. Yeah. They're like, this new girl's coming and she's probably gonna leave in a few months anyway, because the salon retention's very low. Yeah. People leave and come and go and whatever. But made my way up to senior stylist. It just didn't. I wanted more. Yeah, I wanted. And more.
They were taking a percentage of everything you did, right?
Yeah.
Do you know? Like, how much was the percentage that they were taking from each service?
So the salon, which I learned this afterwards, because obviously I never left that salon, but they were taking 50%.
That's crazy.
After I left, I learned that most salons start at 50 and you move your way up. So I'm like, what were they like? What was I doing? What were they doing? Like, what were they doing with all that money? But it is like Aveda is a very luxury, like they're all natural. It's expensive to own an Aveda salon. So I think they put a lot of work into like good products, the color, the space was beautiful. So as a business owner now, I understand, but when I was working there, I was like, this is not enough. You guys promised me more. Right. There was also a lot of issues with like management and like there was a lot of like empty promises towards the end. Yeah. But as a business owner, I get it now. Yeah. But it still wouldn't have been enough.
Frustrating.
So, yeah.
So you were doing hair up until like what age were you like, okay, I want to do my own thing and I'm going to start to plan to like set myself up to do that? Like,
honestly, after COVID, when I came back, those 3 months of not working, for some reason, I don't know what happened. Even till this day, I went back to work and I was like, I don't know, more confident in like the way I was talking to clients. And
were you doing hair during COVID, like from home or anything? So you weren't doing anything during that time? I
wasn't doing anything.
So when you went back, it was just kind of like you had a little break to like kind of see what it was almost?
Yeah.
Like and you walked back in and you were like, you know what? I want to do this for myself.
Yeah, kind of. Actually, when I went back initially, I didn't know. But when I started working and like the extension started, you know, people were wanting it more. Because I got certified in extensions right before everything shut down.
Okay, so 2020.
Okay. And then when I got back and everyone wanted them again, and I was like, wow, I have so much potential to make so much money.
Right.
And I started to realize that. And I would talk to my bosses and stuff and be like, I want to up the prices, you know, like, and
because you want to offer like more,
yeah.
like higher level extensions or whatever.
Yeah. And
like,
it was just hard to like negotiate that for some reason with them. Like,
right.
It was just hard. And
because people charge crazy amounts sometimes. Like,
yeah,
like they'll charge like 12 to like 1,600.
But I get that now.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
the salon is taking, you know, whatever percentage the salon takes.
Right.
So I think evening it out, it makes
They're
sense because they're also getting paid too.
Right.
So I get it now, but at the time I was just like, I just want my own. I want my own stuff. So that's why I started offering to go to people's houses. Like,
did your boss at the time know about that, or was that like a secret?
No.
Okay.
Because not at all.
And you were still doing the same price, but then you got to keep all the money, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was I?
I think you might have actually done cheaper.
I think I was doing it cheaper.
Yeah, because you told me you're like, honestly, this will save you some money.
I was doing it cheaper because I felt bad. I'm like, you're not getting the salon experience. I can't wash your hair.
Right,
I can't like.
Right.
So I was like, I'm just literally coming in. You have to have clean hair. I'll come in and put it in. That's it.
Yeah.
Cut, style, whatever.
But like, you get to save $200. Technically, they were overcharging, right, a little bit. So.
Yeah, which because they had to pay for whatever.
Okay, so you opened your own salon suites.
Yeah.
In when? When was that?
July of 2021. And I was so scared.
Oh, I'm
like,
sure.
What am I gonna do?
But you had all your clients, so you just had to make sure that they were gonna leave with you.
Yeah, and that was hard too because I loved my bosses, even though towards the end we had like some issues. I loved them, and it's not in the salon world. It's hard for you to secretly or like be morally right with taking your clients because you're literally telling them behind closed doors,
right?
Like putting little notes with them, like, hey, I actually made a little notepad for my clients and was like, hey, I plan on leaving. Here's my info, and I just give that to all my clients towards the end, like a little
business card, basically.
You can't just be up at the front desk of a salon and say, hey, I'm leaving.
Right.
Come to me.
Or like when you're doing their hair, because then like someone else might hear.
Yeah.
And like
so
that's
you had
awkward.
to do it kind of secretly, and I hated doing that. It was just I didn't feel right. You know?
Right.
They were like my family for so long, so I just felt weird. But I actually ended up getting my clientele grew so much after I left.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And why do you think that is?
Social media.
Social media.
Yeah, and I offer like a specialty service, like when people come to me for a very specific thing. It's not like, even though I do a lot of stuff, it's not broad.
Were you allowed to like market yourself when you were at the salon, or
not really?
Not really.
No, I had to always tag them in my hair post.
Gotcha.
They would repost stuff, but it was always associated with them.
And was it like people were calling and saying, I want to book with Brittany, or were they like DMing you and like, I want to book with you? Or was it like the boss was like, all right, we have a cut and color today, you got to do this? Like, were they assigning you things?
I built my clientele. So yeah, there were people that would be like, hey, I'm calling, I want to book with Brittany, whatever. But sometimes there would be new people and they'd be like, okay, well, we have a stylist named Brittany that you can book with.
Yeah.
But if someone was DMing me, I was doing what I did with you, like, hey, I'll come to you.
Yeah, it'll be easier and cheaper.
Because I had to figure out a way to like kind of start to separate the two.
Right.
So
well, I'm so happy you did.
Yeah.
So
it's the best thing I ever did, really.
Yeah, and she has a cute neon sign, and she has a good vibe.
That you picked out. Do you remember?
Yeah, dude.
Oh my gosh, we were at my salon and looking at signs, and I ended up picking that sign. It says, you're like so pretty. And I was like, I love that.
I was like probably talking too loud. I was probably like, oh my God, you should totally get this sign for your salon. Like,
and apparently I didn't know this, but everyone knew. All my coworkers knew. I don't know how, but
maybe there's the way you were moving. You were probably just
I was like, I think I
had
got
a pep
really
in your step. You were just like, they're like, why is she so happy?
I think I got very quiet towards the end. I was just like, I don't want to be here.
Peace. Okay. And where is it located?
Bowie, Maryland.
It's like
15 minutes away from like the DC Maryland line. Yeah. It's very close to DC.
It's far from me, but it's worth it.
Which surprisingly, I think it's because of you. I have a lot of clients in this area. Like,
thank you guys.
Yeah,
thank you. Please.
I always say thank you to people. I'm like, thanks for coming
Liz,
out here. Like,
mention Liz, and you'll get a little money off, and I can get a free shampoo. You know?
Yes, I do that. I'm like,
she always. I love when you shampoo my hair. It's so nice. I'm like, please, it's so good. Okay, so that's amazing. So you have your own salon suites. You don't have anybody working under you. You get to do everything. You have extensions. You have bridal services. You have color. You have cut. What types of extensions do you offer?
Mostly hand-tied.
Hand-tied. That's what I have.
Yes. And there's the beaded weft method that I use a lot too. I'd say it's mostly those two. Mm-hmm. But I also have a lot of people that just they come in every 2 weeks or something, who will get like a shampoo blow dry and I put in their clip-ins.
Yeah.
Well, that's them nice. And like, I do not do the eye tips.
Yeah, we tried that for extra volume in front, and it just
didn't
damage.
Work. I don't know how people like do it, because remember they like came. I don't know what happened.
I don't know. They must use like, I don't know, some type of like really sticky glue or something.
Yeah. But I mean, that's just I actually I don't like doing them anyway, because the maintenance is awful.
Yeah.
And for tape-ins.
And your most popular would be the hand-tied.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you explain kind of how the hand-tied ones are placed in your head for people that don't know?
I always say it's like a braidless sew-in.
Yeah.
So you like, the beads act as the braid of a sew-in, and so you're sewing to the beads. So you put the beads around the person's head, obviously like in like
placed
a parted like clean area, and then you're sewing the wefts, which is the hair, to the beads.
Okay, nice. Yeah, that's good.
So it's nice, like your scalp is exposed,
and like you can place them so you can put your hair up. Like that's how I do ponytails and stuff, because it's like in a circle around my head almost.
Yeah,
but they're also like so light. Like I don't like when I had tape-ins, they felt so bulky.
Yeah,
I guess because the tape, but like the wefts are so thin, and then they're just placed up your head, and it's just so clean.
It's like in one area, whereas like the tape-ins or the eye tips are like
and
scattered
there's
throughout,
glue, and there's like sticky stuff. Like there's no glue, no sticky stuff with the hand-tied, and the grow out's fine. Like it doesn't get all knotted and stuff, and then also your hair stays like super healthy.
Yeah, because you can moisturize it and like do mask and stuff.
And you can also reuse the hair. Like
yes, okay. So the hand-tied
for so long
it's a money saver, because you're not having to replace the hair so often.
Right. Like you can buy hair once for like $800 or $600, depending on whatever. Rather than 3 times a year at $450 or $5 or whatever.
Yeah. Like whenever at my old place I was doing some of the tape-ins, they'd have to replace it like every time they came in, because the hair just like sheds, or like the top gets damaged somehow where the tapes are. Yeah. And it ends up being more expensive over time, where as if the hand-tied, you pay money up front, but it just, the maintenance is just, easy.
And I find taking out tape-ins, you would get like little knots, and then you lose hair. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you have to brush it out
with like rubbing alcohol, which is
so bad.
The tape-ins, I feel like they blew up.
Oh, they
and
did.
I knew exactly what was going to happen, because
it was like 2018 to like 2021.
Yeah, and then, I'm seeing a lot of stylists not offering them anymore, because they're realizing how disgusting.
Right.
That sounds so
it makes
bad,
your hair so thin.
The grow out process and the stickiness of taking it out, it's just messy and
no, totally not the vibe. Not the vibe that I don't condone. But I mean, if you need them, whatever.
Now, I'm not, I will say, even for like my mom, I will put like a few tape-ins
that's what I'm thinking. Like if you need a
couple
couple in the front, like
to fill it out.
Yeah. Sometimes if you have like really short hair or thin hair, sometimes you need it just for fillers. But that's my, I would not do a full head of tapes.
Full head of tape-ins are good.
It's a no-go.
For me personally.
Unless you're wearing them for like a week and then you're going to take them right out.
Yeah.
Like don't sleep in them. Don't like do a bunch of, it's just too much. Also swimming in them.
Oh, they just get even
imagine. They get so mad at. Okay. So that's a hand-tied. That's what we like. And then the brands of hair, your top 3 brands of hair extensions that you would recommend.
I love Bombshell. I use them a lot. I'm actually certified through them. Covet in Maine.
Yes. Love Covet in Maine. They're located in Sarasota, I think, or Siesta Key area.
I think they have a warehouse.
Yeah.
I think that's where their warehouse is.
I was down there for my birthday and we were driving and I was like, Adam, that's the hair that I've been wanting. And because they've been sold out. They were sold out of black, like 30 inches for so long.
So long.
Because
it's good quality.
It looks amazing.
Yeah.
I've never got to try you guys, but I would love to. But I was like, oh my God, that's the place. Because I've stalked their Instagram because it looks, but Bombshell I've definitely tried.
Yeah.
And then what's the third you would say?
Yummy.
Yummy. These are yummy.
Yummy extensions.
Yeah. Yummy.
I like them for their textures.
Yes. And then I work with Zayla hair extensions for clip-ins.
Yeah.
We did try to use them as a hand-tied method, and it was no-go because the hair is more of short-term. So I feel like if you're going to do long-term, go with one of those three.
Yeah.
Is it Covet?
Covet and Maine.
Covet and Maine, Bombshell, and Yummy.
But I also like, there's other brands that I like too. Like, I love Bellamy.
Bellamy's good. Yeah.
I have this, her name's Rochelle Renee. She's a hair
vendor.
Oh, yeah. She gets her straight from the factories in India, and it's very, like, ethically sourced. I used
that, but that was what I had last year.
Yeah,
it wasn't long enough for this show.
Yeah.
So that's why we went longer with the Yummy.
Yeah.
But I think it was like 26 inches or something.
Yeah,
that was really good hair.
Yeah.
Like, it was so soft.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, they don't use like a coating or anything on it, so it's very like,
it was really soft.
Natural.
You remember that soft hair, babe? He remembers.
This episode of One Day or Day One podcast is brought to you by KL Swimwear. KL Swimwear is a sustainable Australian-owned brand that creates handcrafted luxury swimwear. If you've seen my Instagram, you know how obsessed I am with these bikinis. They're simple, they fit great, and everything is handcrafted and handmade. So it is just an amazing brand, and I love working with them. It's designed by fitness enthusiast Kristen Lonnie. Their range is both fashionable and comfortable for all-day wear, making it a popular choice for any occasion, and especially love this brand because they are high-waisted. So make sure you check them out on Instagram. It's KL_swimwear, and you can become a part of the KL community. If you use my discount code, you can save some money. It is Lizz10. That's Lizz and the number 10. Happy shopping.
All right, so now we're going to talk some business. We're going to get into little business insights and little business tips and tricks from Brittany, because she does have her own business, and we're trying to inspire you guys to do that if that is your goal. So, what is something that you wasted money on for your business related to hair that you think is stupid and you would not spend money on again?
I don't want to say the class, but I just did a class, and it's very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish it was longer. It needed to be like a 3-day class, and it was 8 hours.
Oh,
and
for you
it
to
just
learn
wasn't
something?
enough.
What were you learning? Can you say what you were learning?
Hair replacement pieces.
Oh, yes.
I remember I talked to you about that.
Yes.
It's actually such a cool technique. It's just...
No, I've seen it, and I'm like, that's definitely what I'm going to use when I'm older because it looks so good.
It just, I'm scared to even start. It's intimidating because it's such a new thing for me that I don't want to say I regret it, but I wish I would have done more research on the actual class because I need more info.
What is your favorite hair product brand?
I love, it's this brand. It's called Isles Formula. It's ILES Formula. It's so good with extensions.
And what products do you use from them? Like, is it oil, like shampoo?
Shampoo, conditioner. Mm-hmm. They have this finishing serum. Amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what you use on your hair?
Yeah.
Okay.
I use a lot of stuff on my hair though.
Yeah.
I just random.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah.
I would say they're my favorite, especially for extensions.
Okay. Well, I need to look into that.
Yeah.
I do use Olaplex oil sometimes.
Yeah. And there's such controversy around Olaplex right now.
I haven't used their shampoo and stuff. Honestly, I've been using Tresemme shampoo. Yeah. Is that bad?
I mean,
is it bad?
Is Tresemme sulfate free? I think it is. I think most stuff is now.
What is a sulfate?
It's a good question. Have you ever seen? Okay, so what's that brand? Suave, where it's that super clear shampoo. Mm-hmm. It's basically laundry detergent. It is sudsing. It's stripping everything out.
Oh, okay.
And
so
that's
stripping natural oils and things.
Yes, and that's the stuff that's not good. That's when you shampoo your hair and it feels like straw.
Okay.
Immediately straw.
If you don't use conditioner.
Yes.
And then
that's a good indicator. Like if you shampoo your hair and then immediately kind of towel dry a little bit and you feel that it feels like straight up straw,
it's been stripped.
It's been stripped
okay.
and it's not good. So I would switch your shampoo if that is the case.
I need you to go check for me before we leave.
Okay.
We're gonna look on the bottle, and then we're going to Target, babe. We're getting a rug, and we're getting sulfate-free shampoo because, honestly, it's really funny because, I mean, for everything, like, you're not supposed to use sulfate. Like, I think on your self-tanner, like, that you're not supposed to use body wash with sulfate.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to use body scrubs, like, anything like that. It's always sulfate-free. And I've always been like, what's a sulfate? Like, I don't know. And I'm
just
sure.
think of laundry detergent. Like, it's super stripping.
Well, guys, that's what it is. And don't act like I'm crazy for not knowing what a sulfate is, because
especially for extensions, like, I don't even know if is it a liquid, like, I don't know what it is really, but I know what it does. Okay, and it's not good.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's what we're doing. No sulfates in your products.
Yeah.
And then the aisles, you said
aisles formula. Yeah, so good for extensions.
ILES aisles. Okay, I feel like I've seen them before. Yeah, I'll check them out.
And I started off using a Mika, which I love too.
Okay. Mika. Cool. All right. And then we're going to talk about, Mika. Yeah. They're good. We're going to talk about 3 things that you need to do to extend the life of your extensions. I'm going to give one.
Yeah.
And
I
then
see what you have
or
to
we
say.
can just keep going until somebody like runs out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. You start.
Okay. All right. Never go to bed with them wet.
Yes. Especially the top.
Yes.
Always sleep with something silk. I personally like a silk scarf. I just sometimes don't think the pillowcase is enough.
Oh no, it's not. You gotta have it though. You got just in case you
in case. I think
in case you have
fantastic.
one of those nights where you just fall asleep without anything. You gotta have it.
Both is fantastic. A silk scarf for the silk pillowcase, you're in good shape. But I like to sleep with a silk scarf. Kind of, it's like a big square, and you fold it in half with like a triangle, and then you tie it around your head. And I use a big butterfly clip and just clip it literally on the top of my head.
Okay.
So all of it's up, all of it's contained, and then you're sleeping with a silk scarf. So you wake up in the morning, you just take the clip out, and you're good to go.
That's nice. I do a bonnet.
And bonnet.
I do a bonnet, and sometimes I'll do 2, and I'll twist them into little buns, and then put the bonnet on.
That's cute.
So then it's like still curled.
Yeah.
Or I'll just do 1 bun, but I always brush it out with a wide tooth comb.
That's the most important thing. I tell everyone, the most important thing, you have to brush.
Yes. And then put oil in it before bed.
Yeah.
And then put it in the scarf or the bonnet.
Yes. Perfect. That is literally what I tell everybody.
And you wake up and it's like better than when you went to sleep because it's like all the heat and like.
The oils have time to
so good.
soak in.
Yeah. And sometimes like I didn't honestly need to restyle my hair today. It was like still like naturally like pretty curly, but I was like, I want like really curly. So we did that. But
That's exactly what I do.
Next tip.
Brushing. I have to go back to that because I don't have, my stomach's growling. I don't have that many clients who don't do what they're supposed to do, but I did have like a few, and it's because they were not using a comb or brush.
Yeah.
Like every day, like when you wake up, I even keep a little mini one in my purse. I do it throughout the day, but especially when you wake up and before bed.
Yeah.
Like every single day. And you have to get, obviously very gently, and I usually will show people how, but separating the rows and getting closer to the scalp because that's where the issue is. And it's usually like at the back of the head. The top is usually good, and sometimes the bottom's good. It's that middle area that like seems to get ignored.
Yeah.
And that's where I've had to cut.
Mind. So people come and pay for extensions and then don't brush their hair.
I know. Like that's the investment part. You have to take care of it.
Interesting. Very odd. Very odd. Yeah. Guys, wash your hair, brush your hair. Okay. I would say wash your hair like 1 to 2 days a week.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Not every day.
Tip. No.
And I even say if your hair's still good, just
do the
clip
top.
the rest back and do the very top.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. No, literally.
Time saver. You feel like your hair's clean again.
Yeah. I just washed my hair.
Volume.
I just washed my hair. What's today? Sunday. I washed my hair Friday, and I hadn't washed it since the following Wednesday. So it was like Wednesday to Friday. Like it was like it was like Wednesday all the way to the next Friday. That was like usually I do once a week.
Yeah.
But that was pretty long. I did wet it and like let it air dry in between that.
Because it's like wavy. It looks good.
Yeah. But oh my gosh, yeah. I used to wash my hair every day.
That's crazy to me. Like, did you blow dry too?
No.
Okay,
I would just air dry. But that was when I had tape-ins or I had like no extensions. Like I think once I started doing the hand tied is when I was like, okay, I need to commit to this once a week journey.
Yeah.
You know, because the hair is so long and thick that like if you are washing your hair every day and blow drying it, that's like an hour just to do that. Like,
I don't have the time.
No.
And
you can't let it air dry unless you have time. And usually I shower at night, so it's like I can't go to bed with wet hair because that's a rule. Ladies, get out your rule book.
Yeah. And honestly, I even tell some people that yes, you can let your hair air dry, but at least take the blow dryer to the root.
Oh yeah.
That weft, the top of it, if it's wet for too long, it gets stressed and it can like loosen and like swell. And that's where issues arise too, because that can cause knotting.
I didn't even know that. Yeah. Okay, that's good to know.
Especially the thin hand tied wefts. They're like super nice and thin. They're so
they start to get bumpy.
Yes, they're like very vulnerable to like extended moisture.
Oh, so okay. I didn't even know that.
I feel like I post stories of it sometimes where like I'll post the top of it and it'll be like,
gotcha.
You know,
you need to put in big red letters because people will be
Do not do this.
Do not do this ever.
So, and then like if you at least get the roots like pretty dry, you can brush the rest of it out, put some product in it, let it air dry. Yeah. From there.
Cool. Good to know. I will start doing that. Sometimes I will do that because I will start to blow dry my hair and then I get lazy and I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. Yeah. I can't. But
you better make sure that the rest is super brushed out.
Yeah. Okay. Next tip. Go. Do you have anything else?
Shampooing. Do not go crazy with like I guess you'd have to watch to see what I'm doing, but do not like put your fingers in between the wefts and like gently massage your scalp that way. Okay. Not go like
up and down,
like go with the extensions.
Okay.
Because if not, of course, that will cause knotting. Knotting's like the biggest issue with extensions.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, that's where most issues will happen.
Okay. I would say, let me think if I have any other ones.
Oh, invest in products.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
And moisturize.
To myself, no more Tresemme.
And do what you do is perfect. You moisturize the ends every single day.
Yes, I have to, just to keep them nice. And also make sure you're not putting too much oil in the root or anything. You want to just keep the oil. Oh, yeah,
that's something.
Oil, shoulders down is what I do. And then shampoo is scalp to, like, neck. Yeah. Like, I don't shampoo, like, the ends, like, a lot.
Yeah, I mean, because there's, like, Yeah. And then also no conditioner on the roots. Okay. Because it's just, it can get so stuck easily.
Gotcha.
And if someone has a lot of hair in, like you have, like, multiple rows. Sometimes people do, like, one or two. I will tell them to just separate their hair. Like, put the top part up, shampoo the bottom, and then kind of go back and do the top. Because
interesting.
If you get, product, shampoo, conditioner stuck somewhere, especially in that middle part, it will cause a buildup. Yeah. And I can always tell when I'm doing a move up where there's like little white specks of just like dried up stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to make sure you got good water pressure, you guys, as well, because you got to get in there.
And if you don't, get one of those like nozzles.
Yeah. Go on Amazon. We'll link one. Look, we'll help you. We'll link one. Let's do that. Let's make a little Amazon. We'll make a little Amazon storefront folder on my thing with the products that you recommend.
Yeah, you should do that for everyone. Well, every, beauty industry.
Yes. Okay, we'll do that. I don't think I have any other tips about how to take care of your hair extensions, but the biggest things are definitely make sure you're sleeping with something on your head. You're definitely brushing your hair, you're shampooing it, and using the right products correctly. Yeah. And, brush, you always thank your hairstylist. That's another thing because she works hard, For the services that you offer, mostly you do the hand-tied extensions. How often do people need to come to get them moved up?
6 to 8 weeks. The first time, like if I do an install, I tell them to come like 6 weeks, and then from there we can see if you can move it to 8.
Right, so, because they move based on how your hair is growing. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have someone that comes in every like 4, just because they hate the feeling of like them growing out.
I think I've had mine for like 6.
I'm sure it's probably
it's about time.
Yeah.
But we got to color my roots too a little bit, just a glaze.
Yeah.
Gotta keep it black because it's getting light. Getting light at the front.
Yeah.
Okay, so once you get them in, you come in every 6 to 8 weeks.
Yep.
And then how long does the hair usually last for people?
If it's like good, like if you're taking good care of them, doing everything that we just talked about, I've had someone keep theirs in for like a year.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I think I've done that.
I think you probably have too.
Yeah.
Being like very gentle and like just doing what you're supposed to do a full year. Now I will say they shed.
Yeah.
Like, of course, they're not going to look the same after when you first get them to when it's ready to when you're ready to take them out, because hair normal. Just naturally comes out and they'll thinner or like shorter.
You can prevent the shedding.
You can sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes but you can prevent them from getting damaged and looking like thin on the ends.
Right.
And that's by moisturizing and using good products and stuff.
Okay.
But I've had some, but I would say the average is like 6 to 9 months.
Okay.
Was when you'll need to get new hair.
Nice.
Which is good compared to the people that get like the tape-ins or like the eye-tips who those only last, until your next move
3
up.
3 months, yeah. Not even.
Yeah. Not even, like sometimes, obviously depending.
I've heard like 3 months tops for. Because it's like 12 weeks is what they say. Yeah. But I mean, I've even heard that people say they last longer, but that has not been my experience, and it's been damaging.
It's not been mine. Well, I've never had eye tips, but it's not been my experience either. I've had to take someone's out, and they were just like,
oh yeah, not the vibe. From your experience, what do you think are the top 3 things to invest your money in ways, I guess, to like market and get more clients and things like that?
Education.
Yeah.
I promised myself when I went off my own that each year I would do something big, like one big like class, education.
Course.
Yeah. And I've stuck with that. It's like, it's the best way to just stay above,
Yeah.
And not staying in like the same thing that I keep doing over and over. It's a good way to like
learn new
branch
techniques.
Out and meet new people. Meeting people is the best because I had a client who I met someone at a class, and she lives in Florida, and I had a client who was moving to Florida. It's just easy. It's like good networking. I was like, go to this girl. She's good. She'll take care of you. She knows her stuff.
Yeah. And then people that know you and have people
exactly
in this area, like, oh yeah, I actually know Brittany from whatever.
Yeah. And I would also say, don't shy away from giving away free services to people who will.
It's never free because I would never, but
free or discount. Discounted whatever services to people who will, shout you out, recommend you to people.
To get you in a new area.
Yeah. And I've done that. I've done that with you. I've done that with obviously don't do it often, but do it enough.
Yeah.
And I would just say specifically for me, and something that I'm going to be working on, it's a big investment, is having my own stock of hair.
Just that'd be great.
Readily available.
Always having it.
Yeah, because what I'm doing now is just ordering as the custom orders.
Yeah, and if someone wants a certain length or something they don't have it in stock, then it's a whole thing. And then and also like quality, you don't know what the quality is if they want it from a certain brand, and if you have it and you already know that it's working and it's good and it's long enough and it's full enough and the retention's good, then it's like, I have this is what you need. It's all one-stop shop. Yeah.
And that's a specific thing that I'm going to be doing to invest in my own, but I would definitely say, I guess overall, make sure you have good stuff, good products.
Yeah.
Readily available.
Don't take any shortcuts.
No shortcuts. No shortcuts. Because I feel like it's very small things that I've done. I'm like, why did I do that? That wasn't like smart. Like, just put in the time. Just do it. I would also I guess this isn't really an investment, but a business advice is don't overwork yourself. Because I've done that a few times. Where I'm working like 13-hour days. I'm like, why did I do that to myself? I was
just talking to my mom about this yesterday.
Invest in your body. I guess that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Invest in your mental health.
Yeah, because like being an entrepreneur is really hard because you don't have that set time where you're off. Yeah. And you get in this mindset where it's like, okay, the more productive I am, the more like the better I'm going to be. And
it's not the case.
And that's not the case, because if you're working 12-hour days nonstop and you're not having any time to relax or like refuel or like like during the times where I take breaks, like even if I'm doing something, like if I'm doing cardio or if I'm literally just like watching TV, like I don't know, like having a little bit of time to myself, like it's not that I'm not thinking still maybe about business, or like I get ideas or like inspiration, or like I'll try to multitask.
Yeah.
Like if I'm doing cardio, I'll look on social media for inspiration for posts, or
like,
I'll edit or like whatever. But like even taking vacation or taking days off, like this day I'm not going to work on anything from like I'll do something in the morning if I need to, but then the rest of the day I'm going to do stuff for myself, you know, and schedule in even the little things, like schedule in doing your laundry, schedule in cooking, like put that on your calendar. Be like, I'm not even going to work these days.
Like actually sit down.
Yeah. Or like go on a walk or like whatever. Like it's so important because then you'll get burnt out.
I actually did that a lot in the beginning when I first started. I was like, oh, I actually didn't mention this. I was still working my salon when I was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was working there like 4 days a week and then 3 days a week at my suite.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
But I would also just, the days that I said I was off, which was Sundays and Mondays, I'd still take clients.
Yeah, I definitely came to you on both those days before.
But that's my fault. I should have.
She'd be like, Liz, no,
but
bitch.
I don't know. I feel like you're whatever. Like I'll do whatever for you. But I'm just saying, like in general, like I should have. I stopped actually doing that because on my days off, they're really not days off. I'm doing schoolwork. Yeah. I'm like cleaning my house. I'm like, you know, so
Life is a full-time job, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Like being a girlfriend is a full-time job too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
The upkeep.
I know. I mean, gosh. But yeah, so no, I totally completely agree with that. So
invest in your mental health and body and like
and don't feel bad to treat yourself to things if you're not.
Don't feel bad for telling people no.
Yeah.
I still struggle with that sometimes.
Oh my gosh, I have to sometimes too with clients. Like I'll have people reach out to me that want to do personal training at 6 a.m. like 3 days a week, and I already have one client that I do 2 days a week at 6 a.m. And I'm like, I'm not getting up 5 days a week to train clients at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Like because I don't.
That means you have to wake up at 5?
Yeah, like it's just. I have certain days of the week where I like to get up for myself and do like sauna and things like that because it sets me up better for my days. And like, you know, obviously you don't want to say no to money sometimes, but you also, it'll help you in the long run. And also if you ever have clients that are like not good clients, you can break up with them.
I just had to do that.
Oh, did you?
It was
so awkward.
It was warranted. I hate doing that, but I'm not picky. Like I love everyone. I have such a good relationship with every one of my clients. Like we talk like we're best friends when they come in.
What would you like? What was the issue? Because like with me, with like personal training or like coaching, like the only time I've ever had to do that is if someone like doesn't want to pay like my actual price. If they're like constantly trying to like underpay me. Yeah. And that's really frustrating. Or if they are constantly not doing what I'm telling them to do and getting upset that they're not seeing results. So that's like what I deal with as a personal trainer. What do you deal with as a hairstylist that like is like that would make you want to break up with somebody? Like what's a red flag?
I'm so chill. Like if someone's not doing what they're doing as far as taking care of their extensions, I'm like, that's like, my fault. Like I need to be training you better. Like I'm very, very lenient.
Right.
And but the biggest thing for me is when someone books something and cancels the same day.
Oh my God.
I specifically had
I
had one client recently that would just book and then text me, 3 a.m. when their appointment's at like 9. I'm like, first of all, 3 a.m. What are you doing? But I'm like, they cancel. And this happened about 4 times. And it took up my whole day. It was color and extensions.
And they canceled like the same appointment? Like they were trying.
Yes. The same exact appointment. It's not like they came in and then they're canceling their next appointment. It's like the same exact appointment. Yeah. And that is money. Yeah. I can't stress this enough. This actually gets me going.
Oh no, because someone else could have come during that time and you would have gotten paid.
That's that is the hairstylist rent money. That's their supply money. Like, I can't rebook that. So that morning I was off. I was off from like
next
9
time
to 3.
Just text me.
Appointment time.
Just text me and be like, hey, I have an opening. Because sometimes I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna need it. I'll need it.
Yeah, but sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes it's too late notice,
right.
you know. So I had to
break up with her. What did you say?
Respect.
Did you do it?
I was so nice.
Did you do it via text?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
It's our generation, guys. I'm sorry. Don't hate us. Don't hate us.
I know.
But at least we're not Gen Z, because if we were Gen Z, you would have just ghosted and blocked.
Oh yeah, I didn't do that.
No,
but
she was respectable. Okay.
Yeah. I was so nice, and I was just like, you know, I hate to do this. I want to see you again, but this is literally
like you're great. It's not you, it's me. But
I definitely kind of made it that way. But I was like a little stern. I was like, you know, this takes away from my money. Like, I have bills to pay. I cannot keep affording to
take care of you.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was hard, but like, I honestly don't have to do that very often.
Did she text you back?
No. Oh. She still follows me on Instagram.
She's gonna see this. Shout out to you, girl.
Yeah.
Hope you find honestly, hope you find somebody good.
Yeah.
That is hard though. But like 4 times.
It was a lot.
That's a lot.
And like each time I was like, okay, you know, no worries. And the
like
first time I was like, cool, I have off morning. I'm gonna go, you know, take my time, get coffee, like whatever.
Yeah.
But after time and time again, I was just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. How long were you doing her before? Like
2021.
Oh wow.
But it was very sporadic. Like she would get extension and then take them out. Like, but each time was something always wrong. Yeah. So it wasn't like 4 times of just not doing it. It was a couple instances throughout the last 2 years that I was just like, I can't do this anymore. Yeah, that's hard. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah. I feel that. I'm gonna start doing that more if I need to, because it does take, especially when you hold slots for people. Yeah. Like I do that with personal training. Like I'll hold an 8 a.m. slot. You know how many people want an 8 a.m. slot or a 7 a.m. slot? Yeah. 7 a.m. slot's like gold, because that's the latest that someone can work out and get 7 to 8 for work and then get ready for 9. But to be right on top of that computer, you know, with nothing, you know, obviously you work from home, you're in pajamas, but I mean, I'll have people that want to go 7:30 to 8:30 just so they can run home and shower. Do you take deposits for like?
Yes. Okay. So everybody, that
saved me a lot.
Yeah, too. Everybody pays up front, but my problem is that when people buy like a package, so if they buy like a package of 6 to 12 sessions, I want that to be used within, you know, like depending on how long, like maybe it's like they need to use this amount in a month, because if you buy 12 sessions but it's taking you 6 months to use it, you're not going to see any results. Yeah. And then you're going to look at me like, why am I not seeing results? And I'm going to look at you like, because you work out with me twice a month. Yeah. Like that's why you're not seeing results. Yeah. Not because, and it's because you cancel.
They can cancel.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. But that's
and still know that they have it.
Do you have like a cancellation fee?
Yeah. So,
on your site?
Oh,
that's what you need. That's what you need.
No, I have that. That was the other issue with this specific client that I was talking about. I tried to do the cancellation policy and the card declined. Oh. So I get the cards on file. They have to, when they book, they have to put a card on file. And that was actually
put a gift card on there or something.
That was actually the last straw when I couldn't even charge her.
What's your cancellation fee? Just curious.
The day before, nothing. Okay. Same day, 50%, no call, no show, 100%.
Oh, she about it.
Yeah, and I'm so lenient. Fair. Like if someone messages me and is like, "Hey, my kid's sick," I'm like,
yeah, no cancellation fee, like, obviously.
Yeah,
but don't abuse it. Don't abuse the power. Don't abuse the niceness.
Yeah, this is for people that I've been seeing for years. Like, yeah. But
send me a picture of your kid's doctor visit. I need it.
Else I'm charging you.
So my car broke down. Send me a picture. And then you got to Google reverse search to make sure they didn't get off Google.
I was going to say, have you seen those people that like, my car broke down, you look it up, it's like, oh, it's the same exact picture.
Same Google. One. Interesting.
My, Acura or whatever on the side of the road.
Yeah. I actually had a friend one time that lied to her boyfriend, and she said her car broke down, and she was like Googling pictures. It was really funny.
Oh my gosh. You have to go back like 100 pages or something.
Yeah. So it doesn't come up. Oh my God. Okay, I think that's really all that we need to chat about. And make sure you follow her on Instagram at Hair by Brittany Monique, tagged in the show notes below. You can follow. We don't want to do the personal Instagram, or
I like never use.
Okay, we're not going to shout that out because we don't need it. And then make sure you follow One Day or One Day Pod, like, subscribe, or follow on. We got Apple, Spotify, wherever you guys are listening. Yeah. And
it's amazing. I listened to the first episode with Medina.
Oh, thank you.
She's great.
I'm
going to go to her.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening. Brittany, thank you so much for coming on.
You're welcome.
I was so excited.
I'm so happy for you. This is going to be so big.
Yeah. All right. So after... All right. So after listening to Brittany's story and her life and all about her business, is it going to be one day or day one for you? So make sure you guys subscribe and follow, and always put yourself first. Always strive to be the best you. And, you know, just if you want to do something with your life, go after it, because living proof that you can do what you want to do right here.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
Her dreams are coming true right before her eyes.
What are you talking
about? I know. I'm so excited. I'm leaving my job, guys. Peace to the government. Yes. Sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to, whatever. We're here. Peace to the government. We're not working there anymore. We're full-time fitness, podcast, everything.
Amazing.
God bless. I'm so happy. And we finally both did it because when I met you, I was working in a job I didn't like. You were working in a job you didn't like. And now we're both free.
Yes, we are free.
Yes, you can do it, guys. I'm telling you.
Stick with your gut.
Yeah, stick with your gut. Follow your heart. Yeah. Be good. Bye.